Nova Southeastern University, the 44th Annual Commencement Exercises. Greetings. The trustees, president, administration, board of governors, and the faculty bid you welcome to this joyous celebration. For the conferral of degrees upon those whom the university honors for learning and diligence, and upon those whom the university charges to turn scholarship into service. Will the audience please rise and join the faculty and graduates in singing the Star-Spangled Banner? You'll find the words in the front of the program.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the brave.
Please sit down. It is my pleasure and privilege to introduce to you Dr. Menali Kevorkian, Associate Provost.
We welcome all of you who have joined us to honor the members of the class of 2013. Two distinguished groups are seated on the platform today. At this time, I would like to recognize members of the Nova Southeastern University Board of Trustees who are with us today on the platform. Dr. Sylvia Flores, our Grand Marshal for today's ceremony, Dr. Barry Silverman, Martin Press, and Steve Helmos. Thank you. You may be seated. Will members of the Health Professions Division Board of Governors, Dr. Rosebud Foster and Dr. Barry Silverman, also please rise and be recognized. I would also like to introduce the President and Chief Executive Officer, Dr. George Hanberry. A university becomes great not because of buildings or athletic accomplishments, but because it develops an outstanding student body through the guidance of its faculty. Also sitting on the stage today are distinguished members of our faculty and administration. Please rise and be recognized. Thank you. You may be seated. I would like now to introduce Dr. Richard Davis, Dean of the College of Healthcare Sciences, Dr. Marcella Rutherford, Dean of the College of Nursing, and Dr. Irv Rosenbaum, the Executive Dean for Administration. Also assisting us today for the hearing impaired is Ms. Lisa Hendrickson and Ms. Kathleen Stevenson from Nationwide Interpreter Resource Incorporated. The Chancellor of the Health Professions Division has been an active part of the university administration and of the Health Professions Division for more than 2 decades. Here to welcome you today is Dr. Fred Littman, Chancellor of the Health Professions Division.
Thank you, Dr. Kevorkian. Thank you very much. I want to welcome the members of the graduating class, their faculty, and especially you, their relatives, friends, significant others, to this very special occasion. To the members of the graduating class, you entered Nova Southeastern University with hopes, dreams of excelling. Today, you will achieve your goals. My hope is that the faculty, the administration, and all the people you've come in contact with here at Nova Southeastern University have given you the desire for honesty, integrity, and dedication. The traits that will give you, as you develop in your careers, a good name. And as you proceed, as you create your own good name, you'll be helping to spread the good name of this institution, Nova Southeastern University, that has nurtured you. One cannot succeed without the other. We have been truly honored to have you with us as our students and member of our NSU's family. Congratulations, and may good health and success be your rewards. At this time, I am proud and pleased to ask Nova Southeastern University's president, Dr. George L. Hanbury, to come forward to give you his words. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Lippman. Members of the Board of Trustees and our guest speaker, Senator Grimsley. It's my distinct pleasure as Nova Southeastern University's 6th president to welcome all of the family members, graduates, friends and loved ones to our campus to publicly witness and to celebrate through this ceremony your hard work and your academic success. I would also like to welcome the audience that is viewing this commencement through video streaming. This is our first year for video streaming, and we've given individuals opportunities to see this commencement and to witness your receipt of your academic success online. So welcome everyone to Nova Southeastern University. However, today is not about everybody here, except for you. I want to just take a few moments to commend the faculty for challenging you, for inspiring you and teaching you. I had a great opportunity last night to walk around at the reception and to meet many of the graduates, and then to enjoy dinner with you. And I understand some of you even danced away through the midnight hour with some party time. And I won't tell which group did all that. And many of you probably have your favorite professor, because I heard last night at the dinner table how some of you will remember your professor many, many years after today. But it's the collective shared knowledge that you've amassed from those professors you liked and maybe those professors that you had a few choice words for. But it'll be all of those professors that have helped you to get to where you are, as well as yourselves. So I would like to, again, as Dr. Kevorkian had done, let's recognize those faculty members here with us today who helped you. As many of you have already heard, because every one of you have received a bachelor's degree, so you've been through at least one commencement. It's both a beginning and an end. As you enter or progress in your chosen field, I hope you will think back on the relationships you've created at NSU and the friends that you did not know until you got into this program. Your family, your faculty members and staff who've been your greatest cheerleaders and inspired you to reach for greatness. At this time, I'd like for the families of our graduates to stand so that the graduates may recognize you for the part you've done in their success. This is the last commencement for the 2012-2013 year. And just last week, I began with the entering class of 2017 with the undergraduates for the 2013-2014 academic year. As I said previously, this is not only an ending, but it's a beginning. You're ending your time here as a student and embarking on the next stage of your lives. Some of you may even go on to further postgraduate work. Some of you may join the military, or many of you will dive right into the workforce. But no matter what road you take, I hope that your time here, both in the classroom and online, that you will continue and recognize the value of lifelong learning. Many of today's professions were not even thought of when you began your academic career. And that's what we feel we have helped you get, a foundation for lifelong learning. Because as the years go by, many of you will find that careers and professions are invented that you never even thought of. You built a foundation to support any new activity, but it will take lifelong learning to remain competitive. You're now finished with your studies at NSU, but hopefully you're not done with NSU. As I said earlier, this commencement ceremony marks the end of the 2012-2013 academic year. We've had 7 commencements. And because we have approximately 28,000 students, we have awarded, as we have in the past, almost 7,500 degrees. Today, 450 of you will walk the stage with your master's or doctorate degrees. Out of that 750, all are celebrating the hard work it's taken. Our students and our graduates are from all over the world and right around the corner. We've got graduates today from Maine and New Jersey and New York, from Texas and California, and as far away in nations from Angola and Brazil and Colombia and Egypt and Haiti and Jamaica and Vietnam and Russia, Ghana, India, Italy, Spain, and right here in little old Davie. Our graduates also include active military deployed in Europe and in the Pacific and countries ranging from Angola to Zambia. In fact, NSU students this year hail from all 50 states and 110 foreign countries. You've kept our campus vibrant and awash with activity while you were here and online. You've studied in this graduating class nursing, physician assistant, occupational therapy, audiology, vascular sonography, anesthesiology assistant, and the health sciences. Of course, many of you came straight out of undergraduate or graduate institution. Others of you took a year or more off to travel or gain some work experiences. Still others transferred from another college, and still others, and I met some of you last night, came back many years later to fulfill your educational dreams and aspirations. And I'm proud that we were part of all of that. Because you see, our oldest graduate this year, and I'm not going to say it's in this class, but of the 7,500, our oldest graduate this year, and for those of you in the audience, you're never too old to learn. Our oldest graduate is 81 years old. And I should say 81 years young. So regardless of your age, I am sure you all made new friends. You downed more than the FDA recommended allowance of Red Bull. I do hear it gives you wings, so be careful. You've made memories that you will treasure for your entire life. You all stand out in your own unique ways to make up for this incomparable class of graduates, NSU's class of 2013. Give yourself a big applause. Now, I know since you've been here for several years now, and those of you online, you've seen my smiling face when you hook on to your courses. You're probably wondering who in the world is that old white-headed guy, but you've also seen that we realize that community is one of our core values, and that you embody and hopefully will continue to embrace those core values as you depart. We're proud to be recognized by the Carnegie Foundation for the Advancement of Teaching as one of only 37 universities out of more than 4,000 universities in the nation to be recognized with the dual distinction of high research and community engaged. And this is due in large part to you, our graduates and our students. In addition, this year we were named President's Higher Education Community Service Honor Roll by the President of the United States for 2013. It's the highest honor a college or university can receive for its commitment to volunteering, service learning, and its commitment to civic engagement. This just didn't happen by itself. NSU students lodged more than 10,000 hours of service as individuals through clubs and organizations that we have both on campus and at the campuses at the 7 student education centers. This produces a real economic and social impact to the greater community in the state of Florida. From Special Olympics to autism, cancer and childbirth defects, family and child law clinics to medical, dental, optometric, physical therapy, and psychological care to more than 250,000 patient visits in South Florida alone. Your caring and touching has reached many in our state. Just one shining example this year at the Health Professions Division's Children's Health Fair, over 10,000 people came to our campus to receive healthcare services. You will become an alumnus with more than 150 other thousand graduates of Nova Southeastern University. And we're only celebrating our 50th birthday beginning this year. You are responsible for what you do in the future, for the reputation of seeing Vision 2020 come to fruition, and indeed, you are the embodiment of NSU spirit, and together we are all one NSU. I really believe by focusing on your goals with enthusiasm and the progressive realization of every goal that you've established, you will be successful as the reputation of this university spreads because of your accomplishments and those that will follow you. I mentioned community as one of our core values previously, and I would like to finish my comments with one other core value that I hope you will continue throughout the rest of your life: integrity. I challenge you to live up to the admonitions of Shakespeare, who gave these words to Polonius and his advice to his son Laertes. This, above all, to thine own self be true, as it follows the night the day. Thou canst not be false to any man. You see, integrity is like a mirror. Once shattered, it's difficult or impossible to replace. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat life for you. Many of you have already experienced that life is not easy. You will be tested. And in the health professions, you'll be tested more than once to do the unethical, to do things that you know compromise your core value. Life is indeed hard, but those of you who pursue your dreams and lead with an honest and ethical life with integrity as your guide, you will rise to the top. So I conclude my statements encouraging you to keep your aim above your reach, to achieve those goals, but most of all, maintain your integrity. It is indeed your most precious asset. Thank all of you. Best wishes and good luck to the future. Now I would like Senator Denise Grimsley to come forward to receive the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters. And would Dr. Lipman, Dr. Silverman, and Mr. Halmos please come forward to assist. So you've got conscripted here. And the resolution reads as follows. Senator Grimsley, in recognition of your accomplishments in the field of public health and your service to the people of the state of Florida, we are pleased to honor you today. In 2012, you were elected to the Florida State as a Florida State Senator for the 21st District and currently serve as Chairman of the Health and Human Services Appropriations Committee, where you are considered to be one of the leading voices in creating healthcare policy for the state of Florida. From 2004 to 2012, you served as Florida State Representative for the 77th District, serving as Chairman of the Healthcare Appropriations Committee, as well as on the Healthcare Council and Health Families Committee. In your professional capacity, you serve as the administrator for Florida Hospital, Wauchula. You received your MBA with a specialization in computer information systems from the University of Miami, a bachelor's degree in organizational management from Warner Southern College, an associate's degree in nursing from Polk Community College. Between 2004 and 2010, you sponsored or supported a number of healthcare-related bills in areas such as Medicaid modernization and reform, Hospital Licensing and Regulation, Long-Term Care Ombudsman Program, Mental Health Facilities, Physical Education, Autism Spectrum Disorder. Senator Grimsley, you have shown commitment and dedication to healthcare policy for Floridians through your extensive professional and legislative accomplishments. In acknowledgement of your dedication to public service, the trustees of Nova Southeastern University are proud to award you the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters with all of its rights and privileges this Saturday, August 24th, 2013. Congratulations, Senator.
Well, good afternoon. And Mr. President, thank you for that great honor. It's humbling, and I'm very appreciative to NOVA for this. And let me first begin by thanking the leadership today for the institution here for honoring me. And, you know, I have to tell you, graduates, Nova Southeastern is a jewel in Florida's academic crown. We have some of the premier private institutions in this country right here in Florida, and we're blessed to have such a long-standing legacy of great Floridians who have studied in Nova's halls. I've been told many times that the key to a successful commencement address is having a good introduction, a good closing, and making sure that they are situated very close together. So I will do my best to make brevity the watchword for today. But I would be remiss if I didn't frame the importance of a moment like this. It's much like the christening of a new ship. A great deal of time, energy, and yes, money has gone into getting you here today. But the journey, your journey, has only just begun. I may be a state legislator, but I make my living as a registered nurse in the healthcare field. I went to nursing school with the same aspirations as many of you. I wanted to be trained in a field that I care about and where I could get a job. Working my way through school wasn't easy. Many times I wondered if I was in over my head. On some days, I could have quit and never looked back. But I can't tell you the number of times since then that I have whispered 4 little words to myself. Those were, "It was worth it." So what does this moment mean for you? It means that you have been well prepared in your chosen field, ready to pursue job opportunities as they open up for you. It will give you a chance to say, like me, it was worth it. And Florida needs you graduates like never before. We have enjoyed unbridled growth in this state since the end of World War II. But the recent recession has reminded us that we can't rest on yesterday's laurels. The greatest generation did their part. They persevered through the Depression, fought a world war in 2 theaters, and then they came home to build the modern nation that we live in today. But succeeding generations, including my own, cannot live off the successes that they had. We must have our own successes. We must have our own victories. And we must build our own futures. An exceptional nation is exceptional because its people aspire to achieve, not just receive. In 1780, John Adams, our second president, made a now famous statement about the legacy those patriots of his time were leaving. Adams said, "I must study politics and war that my sons may have liberty to study mathematics and philosophy. My sons ought to study mathematics and philosophy, geography, natural history, naval architecture, navigation, commerce, and agriculture in order to give their children a right to study painting, poetry, music, architecture, statuary, tapestry, and porcelain. When Florida faced droughts that dried up our water supply, or freezes that destroyed our orange groves, or hurricanes that flattened whole communities, our people didn't just sit on the ash heaps of defeat. They rebuilt with even bigger visions for tomorrow and what those might hold, and they paid something forward to all of us. That's what this afternoon is about. You are being commissioned for service in building our state's tomorrow. And let me repeat the plea that I gave you earlier. Florida needs you, graduates, like never before. There is a great deal of uncertainty in the healthcare field these days. Demand continues for specialized service and training. Costs still fluctuate and often outpace the market. Government regulation is as unpredictable as ever, but despite the winds of change, care must still be delivered, and it must be of the highest quality in critical time frames. Healthcare delivery doesn't wait on politicians. Providers don't have the luxury for delays and hope for exemptions to come. We have to be ready to treat our patients with quality standards regardless of what government determines will be covered and what won't. And the professionalism that you have been taught here at Nova will prepare you for whatever circumstances face you in the professional setting. You have achieved something that can't be overstated. You know, I have a lot of friends that often get into an exercise program, and I often try to encourage them, whether it's an exercise program or a jogging plan, by telling them that no matter how few sit-ups they do or how slow their jogging pace is, they're still running circles around the person that's at home on the couch watching TV. So may it be said of your decisions and mine, may we not succeed at everything, and even if we don't, everyone will know that we always tried our best. In the audience this afternoon, there's probably a wife who committed to covering the bills so that a husband could finish his degree. There's a grandmother who has watched the grandkids while their mom was in class. There's a parent who stuck by a son or a daughter with this day always in view. No man is an island, and no college graduate arrives at commencement without a few people to thank. If you're a fan of the award shows, pick most any one of them, the Grammys, the Oscars, the Tonys. What you will find is that each and every time an award is given, the recipient steps up to the stage and will inevitably thank someone. So even when Daniel Day-Lewis wins the Best Actor for his role in Lincoln, he steps to the podium and offers thanks to a host of others. His name is the only one on the Oscar. It's his photo that everyone will want to snap, and it's in his honor that all the after parties will be given. But he still acknowledges that he couldn't have gotten there alone. The same holds true in this room today. If every graduate had an opportunity to take the microphone upon acceptance of your degree today, you might thank your parents, a professor, a high school teacher, an older sibling, a grandparent, or a spouse for helping see you through. So think of those who inspired you. Think of those who demanded more than you wanted to give. And when you think of them, be prepared to thank them, because those relationships are exactly the kind of challenge that makes us dream big dreams and makes us chase them. Let me close today by urging you with one more challenge. Wherever your new degree takes you, don't make this job that you're going to take your entire life. Wherever you make your home, become part of that community. Join local organizations. Get involved with causes that matter to you. Find unmet needs and help meet them. Your life will be so much better if it is filled with more than just your new career. And your world will be so much better if you use the same commitment and dedication that earned you today's degree in the community around you. I wish you all the great success imaginable, and I applaud you for your wonderful achievement. Congratulations, graduates. I hope you leave here today saying, it was worth it.